Here we are. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing fine. Positive energy all the time. This afternoon, we're going to be talking to the wonderful Latonya. And this should be an interesting conversation. How is everyone? I hope everybody's doing well. Good to see you, Twin Pyramid. I hope everybody's doing fine. Is everybody doing all right? That's good, Maxwell. We are here, ready to rock and roll. So we have the lovely Latonya in here today. And we're going to talk to her, one of my subscribers. Everything's good, Kenneth. What's going on, Pharaoh? I hope that turned out good for you last night. Make sure you all check out the news. Make sure you subscribe. And how is my volume? Is my volume fine, you all? If my volume is fine, give me a thumbs up. Okay, cool. All right, so make sure you hit the link in the description. We need more subscribers for our lovely channel, the News. Make sure you check that out. All right. I'm glad everybody's here. Positive energy all the time. I'm about to talk to the gorgeous Latonya to see what's going on with her. So here we go. Let's get it popping. All right. And there she is. Hi, Latonya.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Pharaoh.
How are you doing, sweetheart?
Good.
Very glad to see you. I appreciate your support. You're always here. That's so
I'm
nice. So, how are you doing today?
doing pretty good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So, Latanya, let's kick this off. So, where were you born, sweetheart?
In Michigan, Battle Creek, Michigan.
Southwest Michigan, up where my grandmother. Like, how far are you from Detroit?
I think about 45 minutes. I think
Okay.
it is. Yeah.
And you were raised there, huh?
Yes.
You still live there now?
Yes.
Nice. So, what's the name of the city?
Battle Creek.
Oh, yeah, I know where
Two
Battle
scoops.
Creek is at.
The locals call it two scoops.
I know where Battle Creek is at. I think we passed through Battle Creek from Chicago on the way to Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
I
You're a
like to
little
call it two scoops because it's home to Kellogg's and Post cereals.
right. You're a little south of Detroit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've gone through there. You got to pass through there to get up there. And
Yeah.
what's it like for black people there in Battle Creek?
Uh, it's kind of it's a little bit I think it's a little bit sparse here now because we ride through the city and it's like where is everybody? But I don't know. I guess it's pretty nice. They're pretty friendly here. I don't know if it's reflecting me or if I don't know. Um, where I am now, I'm in housing. I just try to smile and say hi to them. But sometimes, occasionally, there's some drama out there between the
Uh,
neighbors and stuff. We had police here the other day.
okay. Yeah, people acting crazy because of the pandemic and all of that. They haven't been socialized.
Yeah, I try to be friendly and speak and say hi. And a lot of them, I guess, that would be rowdy. They've been pretty polite back to me.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to come up there and mess and beat somebody up.
I got people.
I bet you
Don't call
do.
Pharaoh.
That's right. So, um, I see your hair is very beautiful. What made you decide to wear your natural hair?
I tell you what, I went natural permanently in 2010. I had a horrible reaction to relaxers. And I thought to myself, you know what? I don't want to do that again. I live with a beautiful lady. She's gone now. She died at 101, but she did hair until she was 93. And she came from the area where you straighten and pressure hair and get relaxers. So she wasn't understanding why I wasn't getting any more relaxers, but she was giving me my relaxers, and that just clicked in me. I said, you know what? I'm tired of my scalp being so inflamed, and so one day I said, I'm gonna Google how to grow black hair long,
Hmm.
and that's when I started my journey. You know, when they first start out, I don't know if you know the natural hair community. They start out as product junkies because they got all of this um what do they call that? Power washing when you wash with your conditioner and all the kind of stuff to learn your hair likes when you're getting it all moisturized and stuff. That was a fun journey.
Hmm.
Um, I thought I it started to grow nice and long, but I thought it locking. But since I've been living here, one day I decided, you know what? I'm going to get them the size that I want them and just let them go ahead and lock. And so, what was my inspiration going towards that? The way I wanted them to look was there's a lady on YouTube called PH Finn, I think it is. She was wearing sister locks, and there were other ones, and it was a hard decision to make because I love big locks and I love the little ones too. So I had to weigh the pros and the cons of
Right.
small locks and the large ones, and I decided I wanted a more versatile. So
Right.
I went on ahead and split my mini twists
Hmm.
into the size that I want them and let them do their thing.
Nice. So congratulations from not sitting in that beauty chair for hours.
Oh yeah, people keep asking, how much does it cost? What hair do you use? People still don't believe it's my hair.
Right.
I said it doesn't cost me anything, and this is my hair. They want to touch it and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different to them. They haven't seen it before like that, so it's something they want to check out. But I know quite a few black women that have done that, and they were tired of going to sitting in those chairs all those hours.
Yeah, and I got tired of the sores, the scabs,
Yeah,
the smell,
yeah,
and knowing that. Well, as I started to do more research, how toxic it is in your system.
right, right.
Uh, um, I started letting them lock in February of 2014, but about 2 years into it, I was doing a bentonite clay treatment on it, and I don't know how to describe this, but I was looking in the mirror. It was about shoulder length here,
Hmm.
and I got this feeling like a like an ancient feeling.
Mm,
Uh, uh, the best way I can put it in words that I don't know how other people feel when they see a beautiful rainforest where
hmm.
no man has been, and there's a lot of this energy. It's a the best way I can describe it is a very ancient feeling,
Hmm.
and that feeling lasted about a couple of days, and it took about my hair mats easy, so it took about for most of my head it took about 3 months for it to really start meshing and doing its thing. But
Hmm.
at the 2 year mark, I'm thinking I don't know what happened, but I'm thinking maybe there was at a point of its locking that I got that feeling. I don't know what it was, but it was a beautiful feeling though. And I've done research where some people have decided to cut their locks because they say that the energy is strong and they just couldn't take the energy in it.
Very true. When you start growing them at first, there's an energy, and sometimes you can't sleep as good. It's like
That did happen.
yeah, it's an energy because your hair starts picking up energy from out of the cosmos and everything because it's like antennas. So it takes
Yeah,
a little while to adjust to those antennas on your hair because it's a connection to the universe. So, yeah, the energy is strong, but after a few years, it'll settle down. You know.
it does. Um, Even right now, I can say I feel like I'm picking up the energy really strong of emotions of the people around me. I'm
Yeah.
very sensitive to that more now.
Yes. Yes. Because that's an extension of your body, and it's out pulling that energy that and regulating you. It also heightens your senses, so you're more aware of what's going on.
Yeah,
But you get used to it after a little while, and you won't even notice it. But for the first shoot, I would say for the first 5, 6, 7 years, oh man, you
yeah. Well,
it,
I've been here 2013. almost 10 years. It'll be 2023. That'll be almost 10 years. So that's 9 years
Mm-hmm.
they've
So
been letting it.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it should be settling a little bit and not as strong as it was, the second and third year. Oh my God.
I felt like stuff was downloading, like I was acting to do, ideas and inspirations and stuff. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah, it was. It was. It was because you would tap back into your natural self. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You tap back into your natural self. So that's real interesting. So you enjoying the journey because a lot of older black women, like 60, they're all getting locks because for years and years of just constantly got to do your hair, they just
yeah.
there's that it's crazy.
It's wonderful now because I have been a little bit bad on retightening it. When I need to retighten it, the new growth can kind of take a beating a little bit.
Hmm.
But it it's wonderful because you it looks good no matter what you do. Where before you got to do it to make it look good and
Yeah.
stuff. And I can get in the shower and just wash it like a white person.
Yeah, yeah, because
You don't have to detangle it or nothing. Just let it grow.
you know, uh black people naturally that's how our hair grows. If we lived in nature, and that would keep your neck and really protect you, because it also is protecting your neck, protecting your back, and keeping you warm. And so
Yeah, it does.
there's a natural instinct that we naturally want long hair because naturally we have long hair.
Yeah,
But because we're not growing it natural, we're trying to straighten it and trying to do things to achieve what we are naturally. So when you
yeah,
see the black woman with her perm and stuff and she's throwing it around and it's hanging on her shoulders, that's because she misses her locks.
yeah. It
So
does. And I tell you what you just said reminded me of the fact back when I was getting relaxers and stuff. One time I did a latch hook on my hair where you hook the fake hair in there after
mhm.
you braided it, and the people were like, your hair is pretty or something. But and I would say thank you, but it was like I, it felt like I didn't really own it.
Right,
Now when they said they're talking about me, not the other stuff that's not part of me. It's
right,
like I feel like I can own it.
right. And then with it coiling up, it's actually about 3 times longer than it looks. And so
Yeah,
you have a lot of hair, but because it's locked up, so it really grows fast. Because see, with black people, our hair is coarse,
mm,
and hair grows slow, like how the clock moves. So when you're combing and brushing it, you're combing it out faster
yeah.
than it can grow.
I had to learn all of that. Going natural, you got to do everything different. You can't be using small combs. You can't be. You have to really start from the end and work your way to the scalp. You don't just go through it like you do a relaxer. You gotta make sure that you never, when you have loose natural hair, you have to make sure you never handle it dry ever. You're
Right,
asking for breakage. Our hair is like it's like a vine. It loves water, and a lot
right,
of times when we're wearing relaxers and stuff, or even weaves, we're not putting the water in it because we don't want to ruin the style. So the hair
right,
is always parched all the time.
right, right. Our hair loves water, and the more water, the faster it grows.
It
When we
loves it.
first back in '79, when I started growing my dreadlocks, we would stick our head in fire hydrants or any water all day, and it would
Mm-hmm.
just take off.
Yep, it does. It loves it. And I'm like, you mean to tell me all of this time? This is all I had to do?
Because it's actually a plant
Mm, it loves it.
that growing on your hair, your head. It's actually a plant, just like any other plant in the forest.
Yeah.
You look
I
beautiful too.
I think of it as that.
Yeah, yeah, it's a plant. It's
I
a
I I have a spritzer bottle where um there's been spells where I'm neglected a little bit, but it loves to have spritz every day. You gotta water it every day. I boil clove, rosemary, bay leaf mixture tea, and I put it in the applicator bottle, and I put it in it about on my scalp about 3 times, 2 or 3 times a week.
mm,
Um, I live near a Horak store that's like a great vegetable market. I get these huge aloe vera leaves.
mm,
I cut them and I put bentonite clay, salt water, and let it kind of draw out that yellow stuff that comes in it to get the toxins out of it. And then I fillet it, and then I have a juicer. A blender where I just blend the gel, and then I will put it through strain it so that there's no pieces in it. And then I'll have that in an applicator bottle, which is also great for a whole body wash. That gel is, and my
right.
hair loves that.
You know,
Um,
it's real strange when you first get locks because now every time you take a shower, you wash your hair. Typically, you don't wash your hair every time when you take a shower. You know, because you don't want to get that perm wet or get it wet. So it's a total different world. And
it is. I love it.
the shower take a little longer because
It does.
yes, because just like washing a car, right? That's right.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is. It's
yeah, you
like,
gotta. It's like
okay, I would have been out of here. And sometimes when I come in from a long walk, I just have to sit down and wash my hair because it's like, oh, it's heavy.
yeah, yeah, and it's like what? It's like taking two showers. You got to shower your
Yep.
hair and your body.
And the baby.
Yes.
Oh my, but it's so fun though. I really enjoy it. I'm a little concerned with parts of it because I felt like it's thinning a little bit because my hormones are,
Mhm.
not where it needs to be. And my goal now is to be proud of my body like I am my hair because my hair needs my body to be where it needs to be.
Right.
This threatening me and say, if you don't get it together, I'm leaving. You're gonna be bald.
No, you're not going to go bald. It's going to thin with older age. It's going to thin out because actually it's not thinning. Actually, the longer it grows, the more wavy the roots get. And so
Yeah,
you go, why is this so soft up here?
yeah.
It's because you're not cutting it anymore.
I'm so
So
glad,
the
Pharaoh.
top gets soft. So after so long, it's almost like the top is almost don't be dreads anymore.
Yeah.
The top
Okay.
turns to this really soft hair, and you go, dang, my hair is this soft. My hair has always been coarse. But
It
from
does. It's that.
but,
Yeah.
but from not cutting it, it gets softer and softer and softer at the scalp. And
Yeah.
so it's not thinning, it's just going through what it does naturally because you haven't been chopping it. Because, like men, when men shave, their mustache and beard comes back thicker.
Yeah.
So it's not going to thicken because you're not constantly cutting it on the tips and making it a blunt object. So it's going to get very soft up there. So it's not really thinning, it's stretching, and it's a weird type of thing.
Yeah.
So the top is going to be really nice and just so soft. And you go, is it thinning? No, it's not thinning. It's getting soft. The
That's
hair is
great to hear.
yeah, the hair is getting natural. And so the top is not going to be like the bottom after so many years. The top it's gonna be like you got an afro with dreads growing out. It's gonna, yeah, because it gets really soft, and you go, dang, you know, I can't believe our hair is this texture. I've never had a soft crown
Yeah. I
on my.
can't believe my hair is this long. This
Yes,
is more hair than I've ever had in my life.
and you've been
Which,
growing it how many years?
um, since I've been locking it since 2014, February 14th. Of, yeah,
Yeah, so
of
you're
2014.
going on 10 years soon. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Now, some black women tell me that some black women kind of look at them in not such a positive way when they have dreadlocks. What's your experience with that?
I don't pay it. If they ever do it, all the experience I've ever had is extremely positive. Um, but that doesn't mean that maybe some, if they don't look at it, if they look at it negative, that they'll come up and tell me. But
Yeah, they won't tell you, right.
most of them be like, "Can I touch it?" Especially the white people. If
Right.
they white people um come to know, most black. Well, I won't say most. I
Right.
hope not most. Have extensions. So even they've been asking me, how much do you pay to get your extensions? I'm like,
Right.
what? You know about that
Most,
now?
but that is correct. Most black women with long hair like that,
Yeah,
it's extensions.
yeah. And I'm like, they're like, how much did you pay for it? I'm like, or how much it costs? And I
Hmm.
say, I don't know. I haven't done any hair in a while, and I haven't paid anyone to do my hair. I don't wear extensions, so I'm just talking naturally, but without realizing, they're shocked and they don't understand this is my hair because I'm with me 24 hours a day. So when they look at it, they're like, "Those aren't extension. What? Can,
Right.
can I touch it?" I'm like,
Right.
uh, I
Right.
don't really want them to touch it, but yeah, at least they ask because some of them will come up and just touch it anyway
Yeah.
without asking. So I appreciate them asking. Oh yeah, go ahead. Whoa, it's so funny. Some black women do it too, but it's
Yeah.
mostly the white ones. Like black ones, like, girl, that's your hair. Yeah. Oh, I want mine's done. I try not to advertise it because I really am not into having people in here to be doing their hair or nothing. And I really feel kind of naked without a shampoo bowl because I've lived with a beautician for almost 20 years. So if I ever get into that, I'm in a facility and it feels, like I wouldn't give it the best if, if people wanted me to do their hair. But I really am not feeling people being in here right now, especially with
Right.
all that's going on out there.
Right. I agree. I agree. Yeah. So it does look very beautiful. It's so nice. Oh boy.
Thank you.
You have some really great hair. I know your hair is very happy that you left it alone.
It said, "What took you so long? I've
Yeah.
been telling you
Yes.
all this."
Yes.
Let's say, I was gonna say, but it's really been an awesome journey. Um, the things that I use to wash it with, I don't buy any. I don't use anything out of the store.
Mm, interesting.
But well, I take that back. I don't use any shampooing out of the store, but I do have this infusium that I use every blue moon just to make it smell good. I
Hmm.
just kind of put it in there and then rinse it out. I don't like um condition it with it. I just want that smell sometimes. So I'll put that in there, not on my scalp, but on like down here and then let the hair water just rinse it out so it can have that nice smell. And I have this African black soap.
Hmm.
If you see it, that I
Yeah.
use.
Okay.
It's kind
Nice.
of weird doing it like this because my position is weird where I can't. Everything
I
looks
see it.
different with me on camera.
I see it. I've seen it. Now, so what do you wash it with? Since you don't buy shampoos, you make your own shampoo, huh?
Sometimes bentonite clay actually makes a very good um, clarifier. I do it with that because that tends to condition it too. And this soap that I have it in, I kind of buy like 20 of them at a time. It comes like this. I've been using this from the Amalalu company,
Mm.
and they like to call it Woostadu over there. But I would really like to talk to Amalalu more about this because I really am concerned about the Chinese over there taking over everything. I hate to be supporting them, but I met this company when we went to a beautician's show at the Hyatt Regency, a state down from where we are. They were selling all kinds of shea butters and stuff. That was way back in 98, 99, something like that. So
Hmm.
I can guess that at least then um, there wasn't any Chinese over there taking over. I don't know what it's like now, but I really would like to talk to him about that and what's going on over there. But I use this black soap. Sometimes I will use aloe vera to shampoo my hair with.
Hmm.
Sometimes I will. I have what do you call that? It's called Mira hair soap that I bought from growfabuloushair.com. I use that sometimes, and I mix that with some shampoo from the Jojoba company
Hmm.
that is no longer making that because from my end, the beautician, I call her Ma, she would order things that the regular customers, don't order.
Right.
So I really would like to talk to them about is there do they have anything comparable to the Jojoba 90 red shampoo and the Jojoba 90 white shampoo? They're part of a system to treat like severe scalp and get the sebum off them, and the hair follicle down in the root to keep it clean, and it gets rid of if you have hair mites, that gets rid of that. Um, I haven't talked to them, and I would like to see because that's a great clip. I like that for a great clarifying shampoo sometimes.
Now, in Trinidad, like how you sometimes you have lemons and you have limes that you use. When they squeeze the limes, they don't throw that away. They sit it in the shower. And then that evening when they wash up, they take those limes, and you know how it has that little pulp sticking out, and they rub their hair with that.
I'll do that then.
And that takes all the lint out. It burns it out and makes it so dark and
I'm
beautiful.
going to do that then.
And you know what's amazing? That pulp will not stay in your hair.
I'm thankful. Thanks for telling. I will do that because anything natural than using it in the store. So using stuff out of the store is poison. The first picture I sent you with that little weedy pigtail. Um, I'm sorry that the resolution is so bad on it, but it's because I got it from a tiny little phone, and
Hmm.
it was not a smartphone, so I couldn't transfer the photos properly to this phone, and it be as clear as it was on the other phone.
Right,
So I had to like transfer it to my email, and then I had to take this and take picture off of my email, and ugh.
right.
But during that time, it wasn't locked then. I started locking it. That was in 2010. My scalp was so acidic and toxic. My hair was thin, and that little weedy with that little tiny ponytail sticking off the back of my head. It was very toxic, very very acidic.
Mm.
And then as I started to learn, I got here, I started learning more about bentonite clay treatments and stuff like that. My hair started really taking off better.
Nice. Interesting. I'm gonna check that bentonite clay treatment out myself. You're giving us some good tips over here, Queen.
Oh,
Yeah, you're giving us some tips. Everybody's saying, oh, look at her hair. Look how thin it is. Look how beautiful the locks are. Everybody's loving it.
yeah, it's pretty long. It's like, I don't
Yeah,
know,
it
but
grew quick. It grew quick. Yeah, it grew quick.
I can't believe it. It's been this long and I still can't believe it. It's awesome.
Yes. So let me ask you something. What advice do you have for Black Americans? If every Black American was watching you right now, give us some advice. What should we do?
For your hair,
Period. Like in life in general, like just overall advice. If you were talking to all of us and you see our state, our economy, the way we act, just whatever comes to your mind, what overall advice would you give Black Americans?
I've thought about that a lot. I've also daydreamed about how much better it would be for us. I think the biggest thing would be love what you have. Um, Really, definitely, if you have any kind of um, trauma, definitely heal from it.
Mm,
Do what you can to heal from it,
mm,
because if you don't heal from your trauma, that does set off toxic things in your body. It makes you sick. I would also, for the ones who haven't had kids yet, definitely please heal before you have babies so that we don't perpetuate trauma.
mm.
Because when we're carrying the baby, we got the trauma and it's translating to the baby. And I know that's easier said than done. There are situations where they just don't know and they can't get away out
Mhm.
of yet. But with us being in the age of information, try to definitely try to be good to each other, but you have to heal mostly to be able to do that too. Um, go as natural as you can.
Yeah.
Watch what you eat. Don't feed your kids these hot Cheetos and stuff like that.
Oh
You
man.
cannot you cannot feed your kids junk and expect their brain to function and be able to respond to training and discipline. They
Mm.
gotta have good food in them. And I see them. I know sometimes it's hard to give food, but my goodness, the way I see them feeding these kids around here, there's there's so much excitotoxins and stuff that make the brain do a whole lot of stuff to their little bodies. Please, uh, that's what I would say, because that there's so much stuff I think about concerning those things. I don't know where to begin.
You made some great points. Now, that's for Black people in America. Now, what if you was talking to us all over the world? If you had everybody from Africa was watching you, the Caribbean, and all Black people all over the world was watching you, what would you tell us?
Definitely, please love your brothers all over the world. We love you here from the United States. We love you. We've always loved you. But we got to get some understanding about each other. We don't want to come over into your land and be disrespectful to you. You are our brothers and sisters. And as and please understand what's happened to Black people here in the United States. Don't
Mm,
let anybody tell you otherwise about Blacks here in the United States or anywhere. Get
mm,
to know your people.
mm,
Get to know them.
mm. Yeah,
Um,
good advice.
what else would I tell them? Definitely understand you really, no matter what tribe or whatever you from, understand that not only are we brothers and sisters, the whole world treats us the same. This is a conversation I had with a man. He was from Kenya. He worked at Walgreens here selling red noses or something. And that's what I was telling him. I said, please let your relatives know. The reason why you're able to be in this store now is because Black people here in America has gone through so much, and they've made it so that um, you don't have to drink at a black and white black fountain.
That's
That
right.
you can come in the front door. And I told him that because I've always thought about what I would tell those who are not from here.
Right.
You may be from another tribe, but they're all treating us the same. When they look at us, they don't see they don't see anybody from Kenya. They don't see anybody from Zimbabwe. They don't see anybody from the islands. They don't see anybody from Haiti. They just to them, you're just a black person.
That's right.
We're all hating each other, but they're all hating us. And I thought more about that when you made that comment last night about you're all the infighting, you're hating each other, but everybody hates you.
That's right. Now, where are your parents from?
My grandmother's from North Carolina. My grandfather is from Oregon.
Mm,
Yeah.
nice. How did they meet?
I have no idea. When I was a teenager, I was trying to do like a family tree or something. And she was like, it's none of your business. I'm like, but grandmom, don't you know white kids know if they're related to Napoleon or not? But you're not going to tell me, who I need to know about her family, good or bad. It is our history. But she didn't get to tell me, but I'm from what I gathered later on by other means. I think there's a lot of things she went through that was too painful for her to talk about.
Right. Right.
So I didn't judge her for it. I just really where I think that's probably where she was at when she was saying none of your business. It's probably see before she came up here, she had two two uncles that I never knew because they died before she came up here. They were, getting into trouble and stuff. And I don't know the whole thing of it, but I didn't know I had two other uncles. And my aunt was telling me that they were on the run a lot because my grandfather, I used to call him the crazy Indian, but my grandfather was chasing her. And
Mm,
when he would find out where she is, he would have to move to another place. But
wow.
finally, he caught up with her. And my aunt say one morning she woke up and grandma was laying on the bed all bandaged from head to toe. The
Mm,
neighbors had found her because he had cut her up all over the place
mm.
and left her for dead. But then they didn't have any more trouble with him after that. But that was a piece of history that my aunt told me. And now I can understand maybe that's why. But
She
there
didn't.
is so much other stuff that
Yeah,
she
she
went
didn't want to
through in
talk about
North
it.
Carolina under
Right.
a under kind of a slave situation before she came here. I
Mm,
wanted to talk to her, and I was too young to really know to talk to my great grandmom because my great grandmom could have told me about her mother and her great grandmother,
right.
and but I was a teenager and I didn't get to do it before they passed away. So uh, yeah, we're not actually from Michigan. I'm thinking, is there anything else? That's what I can think of right now.
Interesting, though. That's interesting. So, when you was a teenager, what was the big thing? What y'all used to like to do in your teens? What was going on? Like, what was
The New Jack Swing,
the New Jack Swing?
um,
Okay,
Jody Watley.
right.
Um, I was doing a lot of my art and to deal with depression and all the stuff I was going through, but I kind of enjoyed it. And then I was lifting weights and I was running track during that time. Uh, then then I then I got involved with the Jehovah's Witness cult, and my person that I'm not talking to him now. He was raised in it, but he knew it was a cult. But me, a teenager going into it, I didn't have all those years behind me. He was raised in it, so he knew, but I didn't know. So I got caught up in it, and I ended up walking away from him, and really regretting it those years after. I just left it in 2019.
Hmm.
So it's like right now I'm in a period of getting my mind together. A lot of people, um, they what they tell you about when they leave a high control thought reform group like that is they feel like they usually make it out, a lot of them in their 30s and 40s, and so they kind of have to rebuild a new social structure because they tell you not to associate with anyone who isn't part of the group that's within the cult. That's the isolation part of it. And with their education and everything, they have to decide what you're gonna go to school or go back to school or whatever it is, or pursue something else. And I'm kind of in that process, but I'm also recognizing I have to remind myself I am healing from trauma from that, and trauma that I didn't deal with before I got into it.
Right.
So it's like I have to go back and do all of this other stuff, and and I'm trying not to rush through that because I really want to just get on to get start income and stuff like that. But right now it's just like my stress threshold has been very low.
Good.
Um,
You get it up.
yeah, it's been very like I'm not. I'm working on being able to tolerate more stress because, well, if you know about cults, they really do a number on you.
Right. Well, I can help you with that. What you do is you sit down and you think, and it's real simple. To hell with them all, and it's over with, and
It's over with.
that's just it. Because there's nothing special that's going to help you get over it, other than just saying, "Hey, I'm over it."
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I think I'm one of the fortunate ones because I came out of there. A lot of them they are going through a lot of stuff like sexual molestation. This is a huge organization. They were telling the elders in each congregation in this organization to destroy records of child molestation and not report it to police. It's in their elders manual, their deacons manual, not to report it to police. So there's court cases and court investigations all over the world regarding this organization. So there's people coming out of there pretty messed up because of the doctrine and trying to get their mind right about how they view the world, how they view people and everything. I came out of there more fortunate than they were and very much more optimistic than they are. And I actually had to unsubscribe to all the support groups in there because they're good for people coming out of there because they no longer have a community because they shun former members. So there's people in there that's got grandkids they've never seen. They've got people have died that they don't know have died because they pretend you don't exist once you leave. teenagers between 15 and 17, if they voice that they don't believe what's being taught, they get thrown out and they become homeless. It's people don't know the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society that Jehovah's Witnesses follow. They really I counted there's 70 plus criteria for a cult, but they meet all of about, I think I counted 3 or 4 that they didn't meet. They're highly controlled. They're a very high control group. So when I came out of there, as I'm healing, I had to unsubscribe to them because the energy in those groups are so heavy. Because there's people coming in there that are just getting out of there, and there's people that have been there for years and years and years that don't move on to the next step, and they're still in those cults. And I was feeling all that energy, and I'm thinking, I got to get rid of that because I'm here, and they're still way down there, and their energy is very dense, very dark, because of all the stuff that they've been taught and the stuff they've been through. So that's where I am now. I don't I had to block a lot of them that I was talking to, because really I'm one of the more fortunate ones, because a lot of them have committed suicide because they can't take being away from their families that are still stuck in the cult. But I'm fortunate to not have any family in the cult, but I do have to build a different social structure, because that's one of the control mechanisms. Is they have you not get rid of all of your family if you're going in there, so that who's in the cult is the only one you can rely on for social, and it's very pervasive how. And as you progress and be out of there, you can, as you run into different situations, there are different triggers, but you also realize more and more how controlling they were when you're in there. You don't see it when you're in there.
So you have to live with them when you're in it?
Fortunately, no, but I lived with Ma. But that's not a necessity. It's just that if your household is in it and you have children being raised in it, then it's hard for them, because once you voice that you don't believe it, then they do what's called soft shunning. They don't shun you altogether, but like all of a sudden they're not talking to you anymore. They will speak when they see you, but once you leave, they make sure that you're that they act like you're not even standing there. But no, you don't have to live with them. It's just unless you're in the cult compound, which is somewhere the headquarters of them. They got a couple of those, but no.
Yeah, because they are some serious pimps. Because I be seeing them having some old black women on the corners. I'm like, how they get all these old black women on the corners with them papers?
They don't understand they're being pimped. The Watchtower Society is a publishing company posing as a religion, and they don't understand that it is a Zionist Masonic organization run by the Jews. They don't understand that. They use you know that magazine called The Watchtower?
Yeah.
It used to be called Zion's Watchtower, and they have Freemason. They have the Knights Templar Freemason emblems on all of their old literature. That goes over the heads of the members that are in there. The members, there's a lot of things being hidden from the members. So when you're talking to them, they're being told that the apostates, the ones that left, are lying to you. Don't believe them. Don't go on social media. Don't go on YouTube and look at former members' videos. And they don't even, and see, for me, I'm thinking, why don't they want us to see this? This was when I was still in. I said, what is it that they don't want us to see? And I wish Jehovah's Witnesses or anybody of any cult would understand when they tell you not to do something, you really need to be questioned, but see, they're programmed not to question the leader.
Right.
That is one of the first eight major criteria of a cult.
You know,
So
when
that,
I used to take care of my father, they used to come on his block, and there was an older black man would be like up and down the block, and he would ring the doorbell, and he had, you know, the watch tower, whatever it's called, and he would talk to me about it. I said, I tell you what, if you can show me anybody in there that looks like me, I'll listen to you. And he couldn't because there's like no black people in there.
yeah, it's atrocious. They have a very, very dark history, but it's hidden from them because since they're told not to do any kind of research outside of what they're being taught, they don't know. You need to look and see the disrespect that the Watchtower Society has had towards blacks in history. It's a whole bunch of stuff. I can only tell you like a tiny portion.
Yeah, you know what? I got to get you back just to talk about that. That's going to be, but maybe not because that's going to put the spotlight on you. So maybe not. We leave that
I
alone.
can.
Yeah, we'll leave that. Yeah, we'll leave that alone because
Your kids.
yeah, because those kind of people is crazy, and you know, ain't no telling. So yeah,
Well, that's why there's so many activists out there now, because of the fact that Jehovah's Witnesses go and indoctrinate other people. That's the danger. That's why there are activists now who's speaking out against the Watchtower Society. If it was just them, just doing them, it would be different. But it's created a whole ex-JW or ex-Jehovah's Witness community because because the Watchtowers send the followers out to try to indoctrinate other people. So that's why we speak about it. Well, I won't say we as in we anymore because I gave myself time to decide, do I just want to go on with my life or become an activist in it? And when I decided, no, I'm just going to go on with my life,
right.
I have two big, huge bound volume libraries. One was 128 and the other one was a 98 bound volume that was a copy that was partial. I got rid of all of that stuff because I said, I'm not going to, because you would need it to, you need to prove it to them that they're in a cult with their own literature. But
Right.
because I didn't decide to do that, I just got rid of it. And oh, my apartment said, thank you. All of that dark energy in it.
Yeah, you did right.
It is demonic in many ways. It's very dark. All the stuff that they use with their subliminal illustrations and stuff in all of their literature, you don't see it until you're out.
I know it's weird because I said, how they get all these grandmas to stand on the corner and holding them pamphlets like that?
Oh, good question. How they do it is, so they pound it in their head every single week. If you don't go out and preach to the people, when Armageddon comes to destroy them, their blood is going to be on your hands. You have to go out and warn the nations of the coming Armageddon. You know they're a cult because one of the eight major criteria is that a cult will teach their members that they're the only truth and God's going to destroy everybody else and only leave you living. And most of them will say, well, so in order to get them into, when the Jehovah's Witness cult, they'll say the ark, get them into Noah's ark of safety in the organization. You got to go out and preach. And if you don't, their blood's going to be on your hand and you will die at Armageddon too. So that's why they're doing it, because it's a very, very fear-based, work-based organization.
I need to help y'all. I need to become an activist and come out with a book. Stop ringing my doorbell.
Yeah,
Because they
that'd
be
be
ringing
that's
your
the
doorbell.
thing.
Like, who is this at my door? Like,
Yes,
what do y'all want?
run for your life, run.
Yeah, they be ringing my doorbell, but you know me, I love it. I can't wait to open up the door. Oh boy, open up the door quick. They get
Yeah,
to talk to me. I said, okay, all right, now show me one person in there look like you, brother and sister, and I will support you. And then they be looking through there, and I said, no, he don't look like you. They be mad.
even their songbooks have got all white men in it with long beards singing. Where's the
Yeah,
black people?
yeah, trying to sell me that. I'm like, bro, boy, that one black dude, he did not like me. Ooh, talking about the Bible and telling me he didn't know what he was talking about. Boy,
The truth hurts, doesn't it?
he was walking down the street. I
The
said,
truth hurts, doesn't it?
yeah,
But you know, you never know what you said to him. There are people that when they come across different moments like that, those are different things that add up over time that lead them to waking up and leaving.
right, right. Because they, most religions misuse God.
They do. They
They,
do. When
you
I
know,
came out of there, my cousin, people were coming out of the woodworks in my family. Well, you can come to my church. I'm like, why do you think I want to come to your church? It's because I love the Jehovah's Witnesses. You guys are much better.
yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, all those gods and all them religions, they God's gonna kill me. Okay,
That's
I'm
right.
sure.
They're all gonna kill you.
Oh, they God's gonna kill me. I know I'm going to hell based on them because I ain't got a chance. According to their religion, I'm going straight to hell. According to their religion, I'm telling you, there's no way I got a chance because they God is mean. Ooh, religious people, God
Yes,
is
it
mean.
is. Yes, the kid. Let me tell you, the ones that are out when you listen to them talk on their YouTube channel, they're adults and they still have nightmares about the images that were shown to them growing up as kids. Like the typical Saturday morning for a child is watch Saturday morning cartoons, eat your cereal, play with your toys, or
Mhm.
whatever. But for the Jehovah's Witness child, it's they got to study, 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 study for the Sunday meeting, or they got to study, 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 study to go out in the door to door work. But when they look at their little literature for kids, it's showing traumatizing images of towers falling down, fire coming from the sky,
Mhm.
people screaming and dying, the crack in the earth opening and people falling into it. Those
Mhm.
are what's being shown to Jehovah's Witness kids.
Mm.
They're not they're not like the regular kids. The but the great thing about that is a lot of these there's hundreds of videos channels now where second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth generation kids are leaving because we're in the age of information. More and more people are leaving, like in droves now, where before it was just one individual here and there, but now it's just like whole groups of friends are leaving, whole groups of families at a time are leaving, and I'm
Wow.
thankful for that. But there are those who still aren't in a situation to leave, like I wasn't. I had to get my own place first, and I had to get control of my own money because I had been getting disability, and the elder in the congregation was over my money because to
Mm.
help me out there because the Social Security wouldn't let those on disability be their own payee. So I
Mm.
had to get control of that. And then once I got control of that, I sent a 37-page letter to as many members here in my area that I could with all the information about the Australia Royal Commission
Mm.
8-day trial where they had at that time they saw 106 pedophiles that were on trial in
Mm.
2015. I put
Mm.
that in there. I put um, jwfacts.com, that's Jehovah's Witness Facts.com, where they go in there and that site has all the literature and they go and tell the truth about the organization that's been hidden from them. And I gave them like a 60 um, 60 question list of questions to know whether or not you're in a high control group.
Wow.
And I got that from the International Cultic Study Association, which I put in that letter too.
Wow.
And then I sent it out to as many people as I can. And now I did the worst thing that I could ever do for them is to become an apostate, which they consider an apostate is someone who outwardly spread information about the organization as opposed to those who just leave.
Oh, wow.
They're the worst. They're the worst in their eyes. The ones who actually
You know
send
what?
information against the Watchtower
That's
Society.
very interesting. You know, I had a vision one time that I was in hell and the devil was there and there was a door and I heard a doorbell. And when I went to the door, it was for Jehovah's Witnesses. I said, what is y'all doing down? What is y'all doing down here?
And you saw the second seal, and it was.
Oh, they gonna hate me. Ooh, they'll hate me. Lord have mercy.
Oh my!
Everybody know Bell. They tried to recruit Satan.
This is what.
No
matter where you are, they will find you.
Yeah, I say y'all serious. Unbelievable. Well, I'm glad you made it out of there.
I did because before the internet, when you went into the cult, it's very seldom you make it out. But now it's different. It's like they can't even deny all the stuff that's in their organization. But when you start having a crisis of conscience and start really realizing all of the stuff you've been taught, it does a number on you. Part of you is grieving because there's concepts that now are lost. You have to let go of, and you're also liberated because there are things that's expected of you that you start to realize, hey, I don't even have to do that. They're just a code. And then there's things about everybody outside the organization. They have to start getting a proper view of people who aren't in it. They're taught that people outside are unknowingly serving Satan and are going to die at Armageddon if they don't get the truth.
Well, you know, this is the answer. What you do, monetize it. Write a book about experience with a cult, but don't tell who the cult is. And write a book and tell all your experience without saying who it was.
Yeah.
But the experience, what it's like when you're in any cult based on what you was in, and monetize that, and also help some people that would buy that book because I know you got some great information. Now, you said earlier that you used to do art, your art. What kind of art did you used to do?
I like sculpturing. I used to like sculpturing and drawing and some painting, anything I can get my hands on at the time. And I thought about going back there, but it's like there's, when I was doing it at the time, I was doing it to deal with trauma and stuff. So it kind of hits different now. It's like I'm not feeling the urge to really do it. There's things that I might like. I'm accumulating ideas, and I'm thinking as I'm accumulating ideas and being inspired about stuff that I would come back to it maybe, or yeah, I hadn't really been wanting to go back to it really lately. Right now, I'm just trying to get my mind right. So that when I do, I can really not have this being overstressed and being stressed out when I do things.
Right. I understand.
I think that's part of I'm dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, which is part of why I'm getting disability.
Right. Well, you're doing a great job. We're all here for you. Keep coming and watching.
Thank you.
We're going to cheer you on. and you're very strong, so you'll be fine. Okay.
Yes, I am enjoying my journey. I
You-
really am. And
You're, you're going to be
and
fine.
one of the reasons why I left the cult too is because like it's stuff you don't that people take for granted, like just enjoying a normal conversation without feeling pressured that you got to have an indoctrination session
Right.
because of the fear and stuff that if you don't talk to this person. But now when I talk to people, I'm just enjoying talking to the person.
Right.
And I also left because I said I want to love people that I want to love. I don't want to love people that they're telling me that I'm only supposed to love, which is
Right.
just those in the cult.
Right.
No, I love everybody.
Right. And if enough of us can go to hell, we can jump the devil and turn on the air conditioner.
Yep,
He ain't nobody anyway.
I
What
know.
are we doing? What if
Yes, people
yeah,
are awesome. Yeah, there's some things going on that we can fix, but life is wonderful. It's not this doom and gloom like um, what I've been taught in this cult all of these years.
right.
There's some stuff, but they try to use that as to me. That means Armageddon's going to be coming soon. No, they're just things. There's a contrast of negative, positive, and negative, and they're all there to help you be more clear on what you want in this lifetime.
Well, one thing is for sure, when you're around a lot of people always talking about the devil, you're usually around the devil.
Yeah.
So, if they
How
got all that
ironic how that
if they
happened.
got all that molestation and stuff going on in there,
Let me, I've had some experience upon getting in there, and their excuse for that, for the newcomers coming in, you're just having a demonic experiences because they're trying to keep you from getting into God's organization. No, I'm
mhm,
having a problem because you're a demonic
exactly. Exactly.
organization. Oh my goodness.
Exactly. So
But
usually when you get around that type of fanaticism, that's where they are actually the devil that they're telling
mhm,
you to get away from, like the Catholic Church.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
which they've been harping on for years. They have been harping on the Catholic Church for child molesters, which they've came out and admitted to and have joined the the program that Australia Royal Commission has required all religions in that area to join in protection of children. Watchtower Society won't join it. And plus, they've what was that I was gonna say? Oh, I just forgot what I was gonna say, but
okay. Well, you're doing fine. When it comes to PTSD and stuff like that, the main thing is don't stress yourself over the stress.
yeah,
So don't try to put it in the past to the point where trying to put it in the past becomes a problem. Just
yeah,
live a regular day and let it just kind of go away on its own. Just live, try not to think about it, and just let it, and don't, like, when you feel bad, don't feel bad that you feel bad,
yeah,
because that's what makes it worse,
yeah,
because you feel bad and then you get down because you feel bad,
yeah,
and that's like a double feeling bad. So I try to tell people all the time, all right, if you feel bad, okay, but don't harp on the fact you feel bad. It's natural.
yeah,
Everybody feels bad about something at some point or other. So if you just don't really focus on it, it'll slowly dissipate. So
yeah.
I'm very proud of you, Latonya.
Thank you.
You're a hero. And like I said, you need to monetize that, baby girl, because listen, it's the game is to be sold, not told. And you didn't learn
So
some stuff.
there.
You didn't learn some stuff that makes an excellent novel or book with information that can also help others and also would be therapy.
Yeah,
You can make it pay. You can make it pay for what you've been through by writing it and giving it to other people. So think about that. And
Yeah.
as long as you don't mention them, you won't get any pressure.
Yeah.
Because you're just talking about cults in general. So nobody will know who you're talking about. And everybody will be able to relate to it because the people at L. Ron Hubbard's and them people will be able to relate. A lot of Catholics will be able to relate. A lot of people will be able to relate because what you went through applies to a lot of people in a lot of different groups.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
A lot of groups are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm telling you.
You know, sanity went out of my life. Insanity went out of my life the same way insanity came into my life when I got into it. When I left, all the people that were coming here spying on me, trying to see if I had a man here and if I had a Christmas tree up or something or a Halloween stuff up because they're not supposed to celebrate any holidays. They were just coming around saying, "Well, just wanted to see how you're doing," but you know they were spying on you. They do that.
You should have been sitting on the couch with a Christmas tree kissing the man.
Yeah.
Okay, sweetheart. It was a pleasure. This was great. We all love you out here. And you know, we're riding with you. So you're very pleasant and things are going to go great for you. And I appreciate you. Okay.
Thank you. Thank
you, sweetheart. You have a good day.
You too.
All right. Bye. So that was Latonya. That was very informative. And I'm going to interview all of y'all. Okay. So get ready. I'm going to interview everybody. So you see how great it is sometimes to interview our subscribers. Everybody has a story. So it doesn't have to be a famous person. It doesn't have to be a person with a book. You know, hit me up on my DMs and come tell us your story and talk to us, you know, because we're trying to, over here at Pharaoh said that we're trying to change the climate for YouTube and for social media. We want to do something different. We don't want to do what everybody else is doing. And, you know, I talk a lot when I'm doing my my lives. So I want to show you all that I can sit back and let somebody else talk too without arguing with them or interrupting them or anything like that. So let's take a little break and we'll be right here and we'll talk some more. And I'll tell you something else on the side note. Get some plants in the house, grow some plants. If you got a little apartment, grow some plants. If you got a house, grow a little food, give yourself something to do, right? Grow something, right? So thank you very much, Latonya. That was beautiful. I really enjoyed talking to you. You're a very pleasant person, and that was a great conversation. And just listening all of that makes me think about religious people. I had some religious people tell me, they said, you don't listen to God. You don't listen to God, so you're going to hell. And I'm like, I ain't gonna listen to the devil either. So I don't know why you can go. I don't know why I'm going to hell. I'm hard headed, so I ain't gonna listen. What make you think I'm gonna listen to the devil? And so that don't make much sense to me. You say I don't listen, I'm gonna go to hell. I ain't gonna listen to dude either. But if you say so, I don't know. Ooh, I'm scared. So yeah, it was a pleasure talking to her. She's a sweetheart. Everybody's gonna go to heaven before me, so y'all straight. I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna be the only one in hell. I'll be mad. Everybody else went to heaven except me. Real talk. A lot of times when you see me talking like that, what's my point? Is I'm trying to let you know that whatever you call God, God is not mean like that. There's no God that wants to see you go to hell. Okay? So there's no God that wants to see you go to hell. So we're not going to push that narrative, okay? We're going to stay positive all the time, all right? Yes, indeed. So, shoot, that was a pleasure. Such a sweet lady. And, it makes me think, if y'all watching me and you going through some type of trauma, you know what I mean? The worst thing about going through something is not realizing you ain't the only one. Everybody's going through something. It's just a different period in their life when they go through it. So sometimes what really makes you feel so down and out is you thinking, why I had to go through that? But everybody's going through something. It might not be at the same time you're going through what you're going through. So just kind of shake it off, because one thing is that mental trauma is rough, but it ain't like physical. It ain't like getting shot or in a car accident or nothing like that. So, count your count your blessings, because things can always be worse. So you always want to shake it off, and you just want to shake it off. And if you're going through something, don't get down and out because you're going through something. It is what it is. And what makes it so rough is when you get down and out about being down and out. That's depression. See, this is you and this is down and out. And then getting down and out about being down and out is depression. You can be a little down. That's not going to depress you. What's going to depress you is being down because you're down. So you're down. So just because you're a little down, you'll be all right. Don't beat yourself up over bad things that happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Ride it out, And so what I do is I just look at, they used to tell a story when I was young. They said it was a man, he was walking down the street and he was depressed because he was missing a finger. Then he met a man that was missing a hand. And the man that missing the hand was down and out, and they was walking, talking. Then they seen the man missing an arm. And so the man missing a finger and missing a hand and missing an arm was walking, talking about their problem. Then they met a man missing both arms. So then they were together, moving around. And then they met a man in a wheelchair that was missing a leg. So the point was, if you keep moving, you're going to see worse and worse than what you got. And so finally, They ran into a man that didn't have no arms and no legs, but he was happy. He was doing him. So, people ask me, well, Pharaoh, how do you deal with bad things when they happen? This is how you deal with them. When bad things happen to you in your life, look in the mirror and say, who the hell am I supposed to be? Where bad stuff happen to everybody. What, it ain't supposed to happen to me? Because in life, we see bad stuff happening to people. People died in the hurricane, right? So we're used to seeing bad things happen to everybody else. So who the hell am I supposed to be? Bad things going to happen to me too. Welcome to the club. So we kind of tripping, trying to exclude ourselves from bad things but what about all the other people? So that's my attitude about bad things happening to me. Who the hell I'm supposed to be? I mean, I'm going to get bad just like everybody else. But I tell people all the time, you'll know when things are really, really bad because you'll be dead, right? And so if you ain't dead, things ain't bad. Things not that bad. Because your life is set up that when things go too bad, you be dead. So if I'm in a car accident and I live, it's kind of bad. I was in a car accident, but it's not real bad or I would have died in the car accident. So you can tell when things are really, really bad because you'll be dead. So if you ain't dead, things ain't that bad. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you. There's some dead people would love to exchange places with you. You know what I mean? They'll be like, well, I'll take your trauma and you go lay in the cemetery. So let's keep everything in the perspective. If you're alive, it's popping. It's on and it's popping. If you're alive, it is popping. Okay? Straight up. So if I'm in the hospital and I'm on the machine and I got tubes and stuff, don't you unplug me. Don't plug me because it's popping. Don't unplug me. You know what I'm saying? I want to live till the world blow up. Don't unplug me. Talking about, it's all miserable. No. Don't unplug me. Leave me plugged up. Just put something in my mouth, light something and put it in my mouth so I can hit it while I'm plugged up. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Pour me a little drink. Put me a little Hennessy or something, some Patron or something in a tube. I'm trying to tell you, I might as well get drunk. I'm in the hospital and I can't move. I'm ready to I might as well get a little tipsy. What I'm going to do, ruin my health? I might as well get drunk. You know what I mean? If I'm in the hospital and I can't move and all that, I need to get drunk. I need to get drunk. What I'm gonna do? Fall down from being drunk? I can't even walk. So put a tube in my mouth and squirt some liquor in it when the nurse is gone. If you're a nurse, flash. Give me a flash. So my thing beep faster. Come in there, show me something, mama. So the beep machine, my beep going beep, beep, beep. If you're a pretty nurse, come take your clothes off. So my thing go beep, 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 beep. They're like, he dying. No, he ain't dying. He ain't dying. He just said excited. Don't unplug me. I done told everybody. I don't want to be unplugged and I don't want to be cremated. I don't want to be cremated. My grandmama used to say, I don't know why you're getting cremated. Trying to burn yourself up to get away from that man upstairs. He ain't going to do nothing but put you back together and burn you back up, My grandmama said, if you get cremated, God ain't going to do nothing but put you back together and burn you back up. I said, what the hell? Unbelievable. That's what I'm trying to say. Give me something and make it pop. Give me a Hershey's chocolate blended up with some Bailey's Irish. Give me some Bailey's or some chocolate blended up through my IV. You know what I'm saying? And play Jay-Z, Can I Live? You know what I mean? I play that over and over. In my room, play Jay-Z, Can I Live? Can I live? Because I'm going to be thinking I'm going to get up. You know what I mean? I think positive. I'm the type of person to be in the hospital with no legs. I'll be like, I'm going to walk. I'm going to grow some legs back. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? You got to be positive out here because it's a whole bunch of negative. All they want to do is have you be feeling bad. That's all it is, you know? That's how they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because this religious be telling me, I'm going to go to Judgment Day and God going to judge me. Not before I ask him about at least, if I meet God first, it's some questions got to be answered. I'm not just going to go to hell. Dude, you tripping. If it was a Judgment Day, ain't no way God just going to be talking crazy to me. And wait. You God, right? And you said I sinned. Couldn't you have stopped it? I mean, why is sin even here? I mean, I read the Bible and okay, it's Adam and Eve, and then the serpent came. Who made the serpent, dude? You know what I'm saying? Real niggas want to know. Like, okay, it's Adam and Eve. You tell them don't mess with that tree, and then the serpent came up. But you try to tell me Eve's the first person to sin? How is Eve the first person to sin if the serpent was there? Wait a minute, y'all lying. That don't sound right. What serpent? God. Can I ask questions up here in heaven? God, respectfully, champ. God, I got one question. Who made the serpent? Did you make him? Because God, if you make the serpent, you're supposed to go to hell too. I'm just saying, you right making serpents. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you making serpents, why I gotta go to hell? You the one made the serpent. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make no devil. Who made the devil? You did. You and dude belong together, God. You the God. You the only one supposed to go to hell. I don't know. I'm difficult. My judgment day will be messed up. But my judgment day, boy, if it's a judgment day, boy, we. Lord have mercy. Because I don't want no wings. I don't want no wings. You know how they should? I don't want no wings. So, God, I don't want no wings and be floating in heaven. Pause. That's too LGBTQ-ish, I don't want no wings, I'm not gay. I don't want no wings, dude. I got toxic masculinity. I don't want no wings to be floating around. I'm a man. Okay. That's the first problem we got. I don't want no wings. And then, if it is a judgment day, where's all the blacks? All the blacks is in hell? Oh, I need to go to hell. If all the black folks go to hell, that's where I need to be. Wherever the black folks at. You say your house is many mansions. Where's the black mansion? Send me to the black mansion. Okay? I don't want to be in heaven with everybody. I'm sick of these people. I thought heaven give me a chance to get away. You know? Yeah, I said. So I'll be difficult. I don't know. I don't think God will like me. Mm-hmm. I got too many questions. I got another question, Lord. You again, Pharaoh. Yeah. What is your name? Okay. Because they say your name, Yahweh, Allah. They got, what is your real name, God? That's the first question. Dude, what is your name? Because your name ain't God. I need to know God's name. Because if God was first, right? If it's God, then God made everybody. God wouldn't have no name, would he? Because there wasn't nobody to talk to, right? If it was just God, why would God have a name if it's just God? Like if it was just me, would I need a name? No. There ain't even nobody to tell my name to or call me. So I'm kind of tripping out how God was first. How did God get a name? Real niggas want to know. How did God get a name? If it was just God. Like God, who named you Jehovah or whatever? Because you ain't got no mama, so your mama didn't name you that. I'll be confused. If I go to Judgment Day, God gonna put me on a little yellow school bus and say, "Don't send them to hell, send them to the remedial class." God gonna send me. God gonna send me where the slow people is at. I go to heaven and the angel gonna come get me and take me in a classroom with a bunch of slow people. Straight up. He gonna call the devil and say, "We got Pharaoh. You don't send him down here. Don't listen. Don't send Pharaoh down here. He's slow as hell." The devil and God gonna be arguing. I don't want him. I don't want him either. I don't want him. I don't want him either. Well, put him in the slow class. They're gonna put me on the little heavenly yellow school bus. Straight up. If my grandmother was here listening to me, you know what my grandmother would say to me? "Boy, you're going to bust hell wide open." Yeah, my grandmama was here. She would say, "Boy, you're going to bust hell wide open." That's what my grandmother told me I was going to do. My grandmother told me I'm going to bust hell. That's what my grandmother told me. I ain't got a chance. I don't think they're going to let me in heaven or hell. I'm going to be here on earth with the rest of you difficult niggas, right? All the difficult people, we're going to still be on earth. This ain't right. This ain't right. This ain't right. Yeah, I ain't going to get no chance because I don't want no wings. I don't want no wings. And if God is white, I'm going to protest. If I go to heaven and God is white, I'm going to be looking for Kanye. Kanye up here, ain't he? No, dude, I am. No. We ain't got no black God. They say the only thing black is the devil. I'm jumping straight to hell. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm going to hell. See ya. Yeah, I mean, Latonya, I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it. If I would have been with you in that cult, they would have made me wear a t-shirt that say Lucifer's witness. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I would have been Satan. I would have been the devil witness for sure. Ain't no way. They would have rejected me. Ooh, they would have kicked me out. They'd be like, Pharaoh, us as Jehovah's Witness, you're the only one we don't want here. And we ain't going to even hold it against you. Just get out. You know what I mean? Pharaoh, we're not going to hold it against you. We want you to get out. Please leave. Please. Because, boy, I'm single too. And I'm out there with the Watchtower. I ring the door and a sexy black lady come with a little negligee. I'm throwing them things in the bushes. Alexa, play E40. I want to be saved. I'm going to be Captain Saber. I ain't got no chance. Okay, let me scratch heaven off. I'm not going to look like I'm scratch heaven right off my to-do list. Okay. I will not be going to heaven no time soon. Okay. Oh God. I'll never make it. According to what they say, how you got to act to go to heaven, I don't got no chance. I ain't going to heaven. I ain't going to Zion. I'm not going to make it to Mecca, to Jerusalem, or nowhere. I ain't got a chance. Poor me. My life sucks. I ain't got no chance. Amazing grace, how sweet thou was, but you never saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, and I still am. How do I feel about tell our people not to vote? I'm not finna tell them nothing. You go tell them. Why I gotta tell them? You go tell them. But you ask me if I tell people not to vote. You go do it. What are we doing here? You're world-class media. Go tell them don't vote. He want me to do his dirty work. Pharaoh, I don't think we should vote. What you think about thinking like I think? I think you suck. You don't want black people to vote. You go tell them. The hell I look like. I'm not finna go around telling nobody not to vote. I'm busy. I got stuff to do. I ain't got time to go telling people, don't you vote, don't vote, don't vote, y'all. You know, I'm not doing that. No. And I like beautiful black women. And she fine and she beautiful. I say, listen, you need to stop voting. She'd be like, but I like to vote. I say, I feel you. You got the right to vote, baby girl. Alexis, play Vote On. Vote on, baby. Vote on. Hey, I ain't the one. I ain't no good converter. Because if you pretty, I'm gonna be like, well, yeah, you right, boo boo. You right. You can, fine woman can change my mind. If you pretty, my mind changed. You're right. But I don't know, Pharaoh. I think voting is good. You're right. I feel you. I feel whatever you say, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? Lord, I can't convert no pretty women. Black women is beautiful. I can't convert them. I ain't good at converting women. I ain't good at that. I'm a whatever you say, baby, type of man. You know what I'm saying? I just said, I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I mean? I had people try to depress me and try to put me in a bad situation. I think I'm too stupid. You know, I suffered from depression one time. I was so stupid I didn't even know I was depressed. I didn't know I was depressed until I got undepressed. I said, I must have been depressed. You know, that's dumb. My dumb ass, I didn't even know I was depressed. That's my stuff, man. I didn't know I was depressed until I got undepressed. I must have been depressed. I'm too stupid to know I'm depressed. What the hell? What are we doing? I didn't even know I was depressed. They're gonna ask me, my boys and my friends gonna ask me, how you didn't know you was depressed? I was like, but the bills, my electric bill was talking. Listen, Pharaoh, you ain't got listen, I gotta be paid. So you ain't got no time to be depressed. You better take your ass out and pay this electric bill. My phone bill was talking. Boy, depressed or not, you don't pay this bill, we turn your phone off. You know what I'm saying? So all my bills, you know, my bills talk. My bills can talk. I go to the mailbox, they be like, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, pay me. Yeah, you're going to see me. You know what I mean? So I wasn't able to be depressed. The bills, they wouldn't let me be depressed. You know, my mortgage sheet and my rent thing where they send you for the rent, my rent bill was like, look, let me tell you something, Pharaoh. I know you depressed, bro, but peep this, player. If you don't pay me, you're going to be homeless and depressed, okay? Your ass going to be depressed outside. So you better undepress and go pay this rent. I said, you right now. Yeah, my rent say, bro, you be depressed if you want to, but you're going to be depressed sleeping under a bridge. Hello. Because these bills don't care what I'm going through. You know, you'd be like, oh, man, you know what I mean? I broke up with my lady, man. Your bills be like, well, we still here. You know, your bills be like, we gonna always love you. We gonna always be here with you. You know what I mean? I wish a woman was like these bills. These bills will not break up with me. I keep telling these bills, it's over. And these bills like, no. My bills is like a serious black woman. No, you ain't gonna never leave me, Pharaoh. Never. That's my phone bill in there be saying. Talking about I got multiple wives. I'm like, no, I don't. Yes, you do. Phone bill, car insurance, rent. What's it? Internet. We all love you. I said, ooh, a bunch of lady bills. They be at me too. I said, well, can I just marry one of y'all? No. You know, their bills want me to marry all of them. Ain't that messed up? So that's why I couldn't get depressed. My phone bill was like, you get depressed if you want to. If you don't pay me, you ain't gonna be able to call nobody and tell them you're depressed. Said that. Really? Like, yeah, really. Ain't nobody gonna know you depressed because I'm gonna turn off your phone. I said, well, I'm gonna need somebody to know I'm depressed. I guess I gotta pay this phone bill and I need somewhere to be depressed at. So I guess I need to pay this rent. And I need to be able to take my depressed ass to the store. So I gotta pay this car insurance to keep this car ready. Yeah. I'm like, oh man. Okay, I don't. Depression hopped out of me and jumped up on the table and said, "Ah, man, Pharaoh, you know, I'm gonna go live somewhere else because you ain't no good person to be depressed. I'm trying to depress you, but you just all messed up, Pharaoh. Depression left me. Said I don't pay depression enough attention. Can you believe that? Depression walked out on me. And I'm like, well, take the bills with you. Depression, like, no. I wanted him to take the phone bill and all that and pay it. Since you big time depression, why you don't pay none of these bills? Well, it's something to me, I'm too stupid to be depressed. That's what depression told me. That I'm too stupid to be depressed. That they gonna go depress somebody a little more intelligent. I said, wait a minute. What the hell? Unbelievable. So I can't be depressed? No. Depression hates me. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Depression does not like me because I won't cooperate. Depression, that's a mean lady gonna tell me, let me tell you something. When I come around, you need to be sad. That's what depression told me. Depression gonna tell me, when I come around, you need to be sad. Don't you be out, don't you be happy and try to be normal. And depression told me, I bet not catch you laughing or smile. Turn off Kevin Hart and them. Don't you dare laugh. You sit there and you be sad, okay? And I'm not playing with you. And I wouldn't cooperate, and the pressure left me. Walked out on me. I was like, dang. I can't even be depressed? No. You're too stupid to be depressed. I said, damn. The hell? Okay. It walked out on me. I can't even be depressed. I have nothing. Don't know. Depression won't mess with me. Sadness won't mess with me. The devil don't want me. I had a vision. The devil came and said, listen, Pharaoh, you better not bring your ass to hell. I'll tell you right now. Don't you come to hell. I said, what's going on? Yeah, who been kicked out of hell? I can't even go to hell. I can't even go to hell. The devil threatened me, told me I better not ever come no hell. And then gonna tell me God called him and said I can't come to heaven either. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Y'all bogus. Straight up. I said, man, y'all bogus. Y'all bogus. You know what I'm saying? So I can't go to heaven or hell. Like, no. Are you and God conspiring against me? That ain't right. Yeah, they ain't mess with me, Latonya. They ain't kicked me out. I can't go nowhere. The devil gonna tell me, when we named you can't take Mr. Can't Take Me Nowhere, we mean nowhere, including heaven and hell. Because that's my name, Mr. Can't Take Me Nowhere. But I didn't know it meant hell and heaven. You can't take me nowhere. You can't take me nowhere. Ain't that messed up? Unbelievable. Man, y'all know how it is. One thing about this world is it's an energy that always wants you to be unhappy. It's an energy that always wants you to be unhappy. And the way you win is don't ever be unhappy. Fuck them. I'm not finna be unhappy. Sorry, not sorry. Because there's an energy and it always wants you to be unhappy. Don't you cooperate. And don't cooperate with them. Y'all ain't never noticed that? It's like some type of energy. I always want to right when you feeling good, here it come. With something. Like don't want you to be happy. So you gotta like be happy regardless. That's the only way you can win. You got to be hard-headed and be happy anyway. That's the only way you can win. So look, we got the news channel popping. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to the news channel. This the news. So look, we're gonna get out of here. It was a pleasure talking to the beautiful Latonya. We enjoyed you. We riding with you. That was really nice to talk to her. And if you out here and you going through something, maybe a bad breakup, maybe financial problems, whatever you're going through, you always remember this. Stay positive because you got stuff to do, okay? You ain't got time to be down and out because you got stuff to do.